Welcome back to Supernova Traveler. If you are new around here, join our Travel Around the World family. And if you have been here before, remember to subscribe, like, and comment, and continue your journey as we review Omniscient Episode 6. Don't forget that I'll keep my eyes on you. We start the episode off with Nina's device working perfectly. She is sorting through Omniscient's facial database to find the murderer and trace his steps while in the city. They track down the killer. After sorting through the footage, they get a name and an address. Now, these two dumb behind kids who lived an overly sheltered life decide after obtaining the murderer's address that they should go outside the city of cameras to meet the killer in private. They pose as a student who found his information through the auction house where he purchased an old camera. And then the story starts to unfold of how it came to be that he murdered Ignacio, Nina's father. Danny and Nina confront the killer. After having a gun pulled out on them, they begin to talk, and word on the street is that Danny was right. It was a hired hit. But who would hire someone to kill Nina's father? Davi, the hitman, said he received word through an encrypted message and started to plan accordingly. You guys won't believe how he did this. While Davi tells his story, Nina attempts to break into his computer to de-encrypt the messages. His plan began in City Hall, where he obtained the blueprints of the surveilled city and found that both cities were still connected underground, and he snuck in under cover of night through the sewage system without being seen by any drones. While in the city, he hid in the apartment building of Nina's until daybreak. Davi patiently waited in a broom closet till morning for both Danny and Nina to leave the apartment before ajarring their apartment door and shooting their father in the back. He then went back to the closet and waited till nightfall again, as the commotion of the death shocked Nina before making his escape. I have to say, this episode, Danny was a great support. He was still an idiot for punching a guy with a gun. Luckily, he only kills for money. Nina gets back to her house and she finds out that she has been robbed. Someone has come into her apartment and stole her small device that was helping her cipher through Omniscient footage. Her bosses happen to drop by around the same time, which is an inopportune moment, and Nina starts to blame them, saying they hired the hitman. The bosses throw in her face that it's over, Nina. Ignacio was cremated, as to say that all the evidence of the cover-up is now gone, which infuriates Nina further. She is finally starting to lose her cool and almost gives herself up, but Danny calms her down. Nina is now on this wild goose chase to find out who stole the device.
Tá tudo bem. Não foram eles. Ninguém sabe de nada. Só a gente sabe.
As Danny talks, Nina starts to piece together all the people who knew about her plan. First, she suspects Vinny, who has still been being nosy throughout the episode, and she goes and ambushes him at his apartment. But Vinny plainly states that for her to not have the device will also implement him in a crime because he rescued her from the computer room, as well as never reported her crime.
Nina, tá tudo bem? Por que matar o meu pai?
Then finally, Nina starts to splice together all her interactions with Judith. Judith took her out of the city to plant the idea in her head. She then encouraged her to work for Omniscient.
Por causa da filha dele. Pro que precisava ser feito, você era perfeita. Eu te acompanho há bom tempo.
She asked her to touch the device so that the drone system thought it okay for Judith to take or have it in her possession.
Sempre tão certinha, tão correta. Eu percebi logo de cara que você não ia ser difícil de manipular.
Nina asked Judith, why do you want the device? Why do you need the footage? Is it for money?
Larga essa faca. Vamos parar com essa brincadeirinha de assassina. Nina, por favor.
Like I told you, Judith was up to no good. She was the commie hand of the devil manipulating Nina this whole time. She even hires her friend Olivia for what reason? We don't know yet. So we will have to wait until next season.
Essa aqui é a Olivia, a nossa primeira programadora contratada.
Muito prazer, Olivia.
Prazer.
Você foi muito bem recomendada.
Nina and Daniel decide to leave the city so that Judith is unable to spy on them, so Nina can cultivate her new plan to get Judith back, to get the device back, and to hopefully put Judith in jail. In the meanwhile, promote my channel and the TV show so I can get some traction. I will also be starting on Bly House. I watched the first episode and they some creepy behind kids. So I hope you'll enjoy the next review.